Marijuana is legal in Colorado, but that doesn't exempt workers here from drug testing for pot. Today, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled the Dish Network has the right to fire an employee who tested positive for medical marijuana, even though he had a prescription for it. Our Stan Bush outside the Supreme Court building tonight. Stan, we know Colorado businesses and a lot of workers have been watching this case very closely.
Jim, this case makes an employer's rights on marijuana pretty black and white, but there is still a massive gray area in determining if someone is even under the influence of the drug. Advocates worry upholding the firing of Brandon Coates will have a chilling effect. If you're a medical marijuana user, apply for work at your own risk.
This is a tough decision for them. They may have to choose between doing what their doctor tells them to treat their medical condition and having a job.
Brian Vicente is an attorney with Sensible Colorado. He says the ruling legalizes discrimination against cancer patients and many others who say they need medical marijuana for their treatment.
It is a pretty big blow. I mean, we've come a long way in terms of affirming the rights of medical marijuana patients in Colorado, and this is a callous and discriminatory opinion.
The employer still has all the cards.
Groups advising Colorado businesses on employee issues are less concerned. Curtis Graves says the ruling won't change much.
If it's not a safety-sensitive job, most companies aren't randomly testing people en masse. They just rely on their work performance.
But Brandon Coates worked in an office and was fired after a random drug test. He took medical marijuana to offset the effects of a car crash that made him a quadriplegic. Graves says this case is rare, saying new hires should be most concerned.
This really impacts people from a pre-employment testing perspective. Because once you're on the job, unless you lead your employer to believe that you're high, you're probably not going to get tested.
The case won't be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Advocates say if marijuana is dropped from the Stage 1 narcotics list, this case would essentially be irrelevant. Live tonight in Denver, Stan Bush, CBS 4 News.
Thanks, Stan. Right now, new numbers from the Colorado Health Department showing more than 13% of the adults in our state have used marijuana in the past 30 days. A third of those people say they use it every day. And nearly 19% of current marijuana users admit to driving after using pot.